Shalom, shalom, Israel. I wanted to come back in and get a short lesson in. Before I get started, I want to say all praises due to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakahat Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone for ruling well and teaching me this truth with honesty and sincerity. To the hopeful elect scattered abroad, to the four corners of the earth, shalom. To the brothers and sisters out there, shalom, right? So I wanted to come back and do a little brief something. Mr. Squirrel done got, I don't know who be out there eating though. Before we get started with the lesson though, so I put out a roll of crackers. Normally that'll last all day, you know. So they smoked that, so I put a little bit more bread out, and I want to see if, you know, if they come back out and get that. I seen them lurking. So, but yeah, so I was watching Elder Apostle Tahar, and he was, you know, dissecting a video that Sakari, not Sakari, but what's his name? This guy, the conscious brother, Saneter. Yeah, Saneter put up, and this was Sakari and Pastor David Lynn, and he trying to explain to, you know, trying to go in or trying to defend Esau and talk about the grafting in of the Gentiles. And so Apostle Tahar was, you know, said pretty much, let's bring some scriptures out though. So Apostle Tahar was throwing off chapters that you could read or whatever, right? So he going in about, let's read where he was at. The book of Romans chapter 11 verse 6. And if by grace, then is it no more of works, otherwise grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is, if no more grace, otherwise work is no more work. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh, for but the election hath attained it, and the rest are blinded, right? So right there, verse 7 to me is telling the, you know, the 2/3 is blinded, but the elect have found it, right? The elect found it, Salakia. The elect found it, but the rest are blinded, right? So according to as it is written, God have given them the spirit of slumber eyes, which they should not see, and the ears should not see, and the ears that they should not hear until this day, right? And David saith, let their tables be a stumbling, be made a snare, a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them, right? So I don't see how he's misunderstanding what's going on so far, but some kind of way he tried to fit everybody in, right? So then it says, let their eyes be, this is verse 10, let their eyes be darkened, that they may not see, and bow down their back all way, right? So this way he was going with it. And say then, have they stumbled, and that they shall fall? Yahweh forbid, but rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy, right? Now if the fall of them be riches of the world, or the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentile, how much more their fulfillment, right? So this is the important part. For I speak to you Gentiles, in so much as I am the apostles of the Gentiles, magnify my office, right? So now, so who are the Gentiles? That was where we at with this one. Who are the Gentiles? So, you know, like I said, Apostle gave out some chapters to read, and so, you know, diligent, you know, I went and read them, read like 4 or 5 chapters. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, maybe we'll do something a little bit later on it. And I know, I'm sure, you know, everybody is most of the brothers in GMS and definitely the apostles and the elders and all that, they could probably go into it a little bit better or more deeper than me. But I'm like, I'm gonna take my first chop at what's his name, David Lynn, Pastor Pork Chop, aka David Lynn, and old fake conscious Saneter, right? Word up. So you go to First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1, right? And then we're gonna go down to pretty much, okay, let's start at 1. And it happened after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, he came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead over Greece, right? So we talking about the rulership of Greece at the time. That's where we at with it. We talk about the rulership of Greece, right? So we go down to 7. Maccabees 1 and 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then he died, right? Verse 9. So that's the first, the change happened and then he died, right? So after verse 9. After his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied on the earth, right? So you get to, let's go to 10, because this is where Antiochus. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus, king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137 year of the kingdom of the Greeks, right? Now look, 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we depart from them, we have had much sorrow. See? So this is how they became Gentiles, because they forsake the customs, the traditions, and the worshiping the way the Israelites were supposed to, right? So to get closer to the new king, they wanted to depart from their ways, right? So this device, this is 12, First Maccabees 1 and 12. So this device pleased them well. Then certain people so far herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. See? It's a lot here. Getting excited. So let's go down to verse 20. Maccabees 1 and 20. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again in 140 and 30 year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with great multitude, right? So he came back again. Went the war again with us, right? So we want to get to where he took over. Talking about what he did. Therefore was great. Maccabees 1 and 25. Therefore there was a great mourning in Israel in every place where they were. Right? Let's go to 28. First Maccabees 1 and 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. Right? So where go? Where? Let's go to 31. First Maccabees 1 and 31. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and the walls thereof on every side. But the women and the children took they captive and possessed the cattle. Right? So they was really under his control. Then built the city of David with the great and strong wall and with mighty towers, and made a stronghold for them, right? And this is 35. And they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and fortified themselves there with them, right? I want to get to 36. 36. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary and an evil adversary to Israel. Right? So we understand what was going on. And so let's go to 41. Let's go straight to 41, right? Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Talk about how it sound like Joe Biden right now, right? That's why I was like, yo, I gotta come back. I'm gonna sound like Joe Biden right now. Now the rest of it sound like us right now. What they trying to do right now, right? Let's read that one again. 1 and 41. First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed accordingly to the commandment of the king or the president. Right? 43. Ye may also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrifice unto idols and profane the Sabbath. See? For the king has sent letters by a messenger unto Jerusalem and the cities of Yalda or Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drink offerings in the temples, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and the festive days, right? And pollute the sanctuary and the holy people. That's us, right? Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manners of uncleanness and profanation, right? To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinance. See? They would, the same thing they did there is the same thing they doing now. They trying to make us forget everything that we should be following so we could go in the way of them, and pushing us further and further away from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, right? So look, and whosoever would not do accordingly to the commandment of the king or president, according to the king, he said he should die, right? Let's go. So let's go 52. Then many other people were gathered unto them, to wit everyone that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land, and drove the Israelite into secret places, even wheresoever they could flee or succor, right? Let's see. 56, First Maccabees 1 and 56. And when they had rent in pieces the book of the law which they found, they burnt them with fire. So they found any scrolls, anything to try to help us keep out the law, statutes, commandments, they burnt it. They burnt it, right? 57. And whosoever was found with any other book of the testament or any other commitment of the law, the king's commandments was that they should be put to death. They already talk about banning the Bible in Australia, one of them countries over there. They already talk about banning the Bible. I just had that article up not too long ago. And then look, and even verse 60, First Maccabees 1 and 60. At that time, according to the commandments, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. So if you even circumcised your child, it was killing you. They was killing the parent, and then look what they was doing to the child. And they hanged the infants about their necks and riled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them. See? Howbeit, many of Israel were fully resolved and confirmed in themselves not to eat any unclean things. See, they was forcing them to eat pork like today. Wherefore, the 61 to 64, wherefore they rather to die, that they might not be defiled with meats, and that they might not profane the holy covenant. So then they died. right? So look, so you go to this one. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I got a couple more verses because we gonna make sure I do a decent job to my level of the spirit working with me. We gonna do a decent job, you know, cause so then you get to this one right here, Jeremiah 2:21. We gonna start up though. We gonna start up at 19. Jeremiah 2:19. The book of Jeremiah 2:19. Thy own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore that Salakia, therefore, and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken Yahweh thy Lord, and that my fear, excuse me, Salakia, that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Right? So 21, I mean Salakia, 20. Jeremiah 2:20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I will not transgress, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, playing the harlot. See? So this going back to, you know, some was put to death, but some went to Antiochus like, yo, we ready to get down and lay down, right? 21. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, holy, of right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? See? Most High saying, I don't even recognize y'all no more, man. See how we became Gentiles? Keep going. For though thou wash thee with nitrate and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord Yahweh. How canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone at the bottom. See thy way in the valley. Know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary traversing her ways, right? So I could get some more in there, but I want to go to Ezekiel. So we're gonna go to Ezekiel 8. We're gonna go to the book of Ezekiel 8, and we're gonna start at 6. We're gonna go down to 6, right? So it don't be too long. We're gonna go to Ezekiel 8 and 6. He said, furthermore unto me, Son of man, seest thou what they do? Even the great abominations that the house of Israel committeth here, that I should go far off from my sanctuary, but turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations, right? Son of man, Yahushua. And he said, this is Ezekiel 8 and 9, and he said unto me, go in and behold the wicked abominations that they do here. So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creepy things and abominable beasts, and all the idols of the house of Israel, portrayed upon the wall round about, right? 12. 8 and 12. Ezekiel 8 and 12. Then saith he unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark, every man in chambers of his imagery? For they say, the Lord seeth us not. The Lord hath forsaken the earth. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations what they do, right? And so look, even with going, you know, that's what people act like Yahweh by Shem Yahushua don't care. Ain't coming back. He done with earth, so we done with the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how people really act, man. That's how they act. To me, it comes across like they don't think nothing's really going to happen to them, right? So let's go to 15, 8 and 15. Then said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. And he brought me into the inner court of Yahweh's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men, with their backs toward the temple of Yahweh, and their faces toward the east, and they worshiped the sun towards the east. See, that's for you Saneter bums, you Egyptology bums, you creeps. Y'all doing some of the same abominations. Y'all doing some of the same shit of the two-thirds back then. Wicked shit. That's y'all. Let's go to Ezekiel 9. We're gonna go to Ezekiel 9 and we're gonna start at 4. Right? And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of. So you told, just like in the past, you talking about now. You had the men's on the highways and the byways. You had the apostles. You had the elders at Great Millstone for out here, and they telling you about all of the abominations, not some of them, all of the abominations. And that lead me to another thing, man. Like, all of y'all other camps need to just fall in line under GMS doctrine. I don't know why that's so hard to see right now. Y'all need to fall in line under GMS doctrine, man. Cause y'all definitely don't have it all, man. Y'all don't have the 100% truth, man. And then it brought me to another thing. And why you say that, Shern? This is what you do. If you took Elder Apostle Tahar, you took the top 3 or 4 apostles, and you put all of them to the side. So you took the top 4 at each camp and you put them to the side, and then you look at the fruit. You look at what the fruit, and look at the level of edification you will get from the individuals that's left. Without question, it's GMS. Without question, it's GMS. Without question, it's GMS, man. Without question. So, but I'm gonna continue, man. I'm gonna get off of that. Y'all really need to fall in line under GMS doctrine. That's my theory. That's what I think should happen. And to all, Salakia, Ezekiel 9 and 5. And to the others he said of my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither one ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, little children, women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And being at my sanctuary, then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. Right? Let's go to 9. Ezekiel 9 and 9. Then saith unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceedingly great, and the land is full of blood, and the city is full of perverseness. For they saith that the Yahweh hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not. And as for me also, my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense their way upon their head. Now whose head is he gonna recompense? Whose head is he gonna recompense on? Whose head is he gonna recompense on? Let's go to Romans 9 and 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua Mashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh. See it? According to the flesh. Whom are the Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the laws, and the service of Yahweh, and the promises. Whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Hamashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. So this is what's going on. Like before, it's like now. And like before, you had people deceiving you, telling you to do the right thing, telling you to stray or this or this or that. You got these clown pastors out here that don't understand the scriptures and don't see nothing. Oh, what about Esau? What about Esau? What about Esau? It has written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So it don't sound like it's salvation in there for everybody, man. It don't sound like it's salvation in there for everybody. And the Gentiles was the people that were scattered abroad. It was the people that were scattered abroad. Let me bring out one more, just so we can make sure. The book of James 1 and 1. I love to bring this scripture out. The book of James, a servant of Yahushua and of the Lord Hamashiach, Yahushua, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. So we were scattered abroad. We were scattered abroad. We was in other nations. We was talking like them. We was acting like them, just like now. You got Jake in here acting more like Edomites than the Edomites do. You know what I mean? You got our women that love the fact that they exalting them and pushing them up, holding them up high above the men. Some women can't get that thought out they head. They criticize men. They chat. I'm like, you still going off, man, cause we not set up to win, and you playing into the hand with this, you know, let me help a man be a better man in the woman way. You going off. You was going off. But that's what's going on right now, man. And Pat, I just wanted to come back in. I know I probably went too long, but this for Pastor David Porkchop Lynn and Side Knucklehead over there. You know what I mean? And the apostle right, man. Why is y'all even going on this guy's show, bigging him up, calling him brother? When clearly you don't see the same way. Clearly you don't see him the same way. Through the spirit. Another one popped in my head. Through the spirit. Through the spirit. Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Like if you notice Scientology guy's going off with all his other bull crap, how is you on there calling him your brother? Who is your brother? Who is your sister? So yeah, on that one, man, I'm going to say shalom.